Welcome to the deep dive. I'm really excited today because we're tackling something huge. Apple's future, a deep dive into upcoming tech.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission really is to cut through the noise,
Mm-hmm.
give you a clear look at what Apple might actually have coming up.
Yeah,
We're talking iPhones, Macs, watches, home stuff, and how AI kind of fits into all of it.
exactly. And that's what we're here to help you with. We've gone through, well, a lot of sources, articles, notes, rumors,
Right.
and the goal is to pull out the really important bits for you. So you don't just know what's coming, but like why it matters.
Connecting the dots.
Yeah, connecting those dots across all their different products, see the big picture.
Okay, let's jump right in then. The big one first, the iPhones, the iPhone 17 family.
Always the hot topic.
The rumor mill is definitely working overtime. We're hearing maybe early September 2025, like an event around the 9th.
That sounds about right, yeah. Usually that time frame. Pre-orders maybe the 12th, launch the 19th. Standard Apple playbook.
But the interesting thing is, it sounds like maybe a bigger shakeup this time. Not just, small updates. A reshuffled lineup.
Yeah, that's what's fascinating here. Apple seems to be diversifying the family even more. Less one size fits all.
Right.
More about hitting specific kinds of users, like take the iPhone 17 Air, or maybe they'll call it the 17 Slim.
Air or slim.
Okay. The idea is this ultra-thin design, maybe only 5.56 millimeters thick, super sleek.
Wow, that's thin.
It is. But to get there, sounds like some trade-offs. Maybe a single rear camera.
Just one.
Just one. And maybe eSIM only in some places. No physical SIM slot.
Uh-huh.
And possibly fewer speakers, too. So it really makes you think, who's this for?
Yeah, who's the target for that? Somebody wants style over everything.
Could be. Prioritizing portability, looks, maybe doesn't need the absolute top-end camera. It's a calculated move, definitely.
Mm-hmm. A single camera could still be great for most people, I guess.
Exactly. If it's a good single camera. And if that slim feel is the priority, maybe you don't mind. Then, of course, you've got the standard iPhone 17.
The base model.
Yeah, the more accessible one probably. Likely dual lens camera, slightly bigger screen than the Air, just a solid, balanced phone.
Okay, so a super light one, a solid base.
Yeah.
But then the Pro and Pro Max. These sound like the real powerhouse.
Oh, absolutely. This is where Apple seems to be pushing things hard.
Yeah.
The build quality itself is getting an upgrade.
How so?
Talk of a new aluminum titanium frame. And this liquid glass finish sounds fancy. Should be more durable, maybe look a bit different.
Interesting. But the camera, that sounds like the biggest leap.
It really does. Sources are pointing to this completely new triangular camera array.
Triangular.
Yeah, and it integrates the LiDAR sensor and the flash right into that module. Looks different, probably more functional.
LiDAR, right? That's the depth sensing tech. How does that help the camera specifically?
Precisely, LiDAR maps depth really accurately. So autofocus gets much faster and better, especially when it's dark.
Okay.
And it's great for AR stuff too. But combine that with what's in the cameras, an upgraded triple 48 megapixel system.
Wow, 48 megapixels for all three.
That's the rumor. Wide, ultra wide, and the telephoto. And the telephoto might be a tetraprism lens.
Tetraprism.
Yeah.
Like in the current Pro Max.
Yeah.
For longer zoom.
Exactly. But potentially getting up to 8x optical zoom this time. Without making the phone thicker, that's a serious jump.
8 times optical. Man,
GT.
they practically dedicated camera territory.
It really is blurring the lines, but yeah, with all that power, you got to think about battery, right?
Definitely. And heat?
Always concerns. But Apple's usually pretty good at managing that. Plus, the display helps. It's supposedly getting upgraded, too.
Oh, yeah.
To a micro lens OLED. Lighter, but also more power efficient. Kind of helps offset the drain from the camera and chip.
Smart. And under the hood.
The new A19 Pro chip, which sounds like a beast, paired with maybe 12 gigs of RAM.
12. That's a lot for an iPhone.
It is. Should make multitasking super smooth. And here's a big one. Doubled base storage. Starting at 256 gigabit.
Finally. Okay, that's a welcome change.
Right. More breathing room out of the box. And all this running iOS 26, which we expect will have a lot more AI baked in. Performance-wise, any numbers?
Rumored Geekbench scores are like over 9,200, which is kind of insane for a phone. Pushing into laptop territory.
Wow, okay, that is serious power. So what are we talking price-wise for these Pro models? Ballpark.
Well, for perspective, the Pro Max.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe around 1,064,990 in India.
Mm-hmm.
Which is what, $1,500 US and AED, 5,300 in the UAE, give or take.
So yeah, definitely premium tier.
For sure. They're positioning it as the absolute top-end mobile device.
Okay, so bottom line for you, the listener, on these iPhones, it's not just tweaks. Apple's really diversifying. A super light Air for one crap, and these incredibly beefed up Pro models with massive camera and AI upgrades for another feels like they're setting a new bar.
Definitely feels that way. Redefining the high end.
Okay, from our pockets to our desks and laps, let's talk Macs and iPads. Sounds like a big silicon jump coming here too, the M5 era.
Yeah, this really shows Apple's silicon strategy paying off, doesn't it? Each generation, like this upcoming M5, it's not just faster.
It's about that deep integration. They tailor the chip exactly for the hardware and software, so you get big performance and great efficiency, like the M5 Mac Mini. Still compact, but sounds like it'll be way more powerful. More GPU cores.
More GPU. So better graphics?
Yeah.
Better for gaming, maybe?
Exactly. That seems to be a focus. Better gaming performance, maybe held by Metal FX upscaling?
Metal FX, right. That's the smart upscaling thing. Makes games look sharp without killing performance.
You got it. Renders lower, upscales intelligently, so you get smooth gameplay and good looks. And the M5 Mini might still be around, what, $600?
Wow, that's a lot of punch for the price, especially if it games better.
Yeah.
What about the MacBooks for the pros?
For the M5 MacBook Pro, yeah, we're expecting the whole range. M5, M5 Pro, M5 Max, really pushing performance for creatives, devs, anyone needing serious mobile power.
Makes sense.
And similarly, the M5 iPad Pro. Sounds like it'll be optimized for whatever new multitasking comes in iPadOS 26, blurring that tablet laptop line even more.
Could we see things like MagSafe on the iPad Pro?
Possibly. Rumors mention MagSafe for wireless charging. Maybe sometime in 2025 for that release.
And then, the big one, the Mac Pro. For the absolute top tier Pro.
Oh yeah. The Mac Pro, that's the workstation beast, expected late 2025.
And the chips. Not just M5.
Probably something even crazier, like M4 Ultra or maybe even an M4 Extreme chip.
M4 Extreme.
Yeah, and the unified memory support. Potentially up to 512 gigabytes.
Half a terabyte of RAM. Good grief.
I know, it's almost hard to imagine needing that much, but for high-end 3D work, complex simulations, massive data sets, it enables things that just weren't possible before.
Okay, so for you listening, if you're a creative, a developer, maybe even getting into Mac gaming, what's the takeaway?
It's that Apple is really doubling down on performance and efficiency across the board. The M-series chips just keep getting better, and things like the M4 Extreme, they're pushing boundaries for those really demanding users, widening the gap, arguably.
All right, let's move from screens and keyboards to wrists and ears, wearables and audio. Sounds like a big boost coming here, too.
Yeah, what's really interesting is how wearables are evolving, you know? They're becoming less about just notifications and more like essential health tools and constant connectivity hubs like the Apple Watch Series 11 and the Ultra 3.
Okay, what's new there, health-wise?
The big headline seems to be blood pressure monitoring. That's a major step, makes the watch much more of a proactive health device.
Wow, yeah, that's significant. What else?
Connectivity's getting a bump too. Maybe an onboard camera, possibly under the display.
A camera on the watch.
Yeah. And 5G, at least for the Ultra 3, including something called 5G RedCap.
RedCap? What's that? Sounds specific.
It is. RedCap means reduced capability. It's basically a lower power version of 5G. Perfect for wearables, gives you 5G speeds, but doesn't drain the battery as fast.
Ah, smart. Good for battery life.
Exactly. And maybe the biggest connectivity news? Satellite texting.
Not just SOS, but actual texting.
That's the rumor. Two-way satellite communication from your wrist. Huge for safety if you're out of cell range, like really huge.
Wow. That's incredible. Peace of mind right there.
Yeah.
What about the display performance?
Expecting more efficient displays, maybe micro LED eventually, which would be brighter, better contrast. Powered by a new S12 chip running watchOS 26, so faster, slicker, better battery.
Okay. And the SE model.
The Apple Watch SE3 should get a refresh too. Updated design, faster chip, keeping that entry point strong.
Gotcha. And AirPods?
AirPods Pro 3. Rumors point to a new design, maybe the H3 chip inside for better processing and even better active noise cancellation, which is already pretty great.
Yeah, it is.
But the really interesting bit, potential new health features, like body temperature monitoring.
In your earbuds.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, how cool is that? Another way to track wellness, maybe even more discreetly.
Okay, Apple's really pushing health integration everywhere. So the big picture for wearables, what does it mean for you listening?
It means Apple's clearly focusing hard on health, connectivity, and performance here. They're blurring lines, smartwatch, health tracker, always-on communicator. It's becoming this super integrated assistant for your life, focused on convenience and safety.
Right. Okay, let's bring it home now. Literally. Smart home, spatial computing. What's Apple planning for our living spaces?
Yeah, this is about that bigger vision, isn't it? Not just smart gadgets, but how they all kind of work together seamlessly.
The ecosystem effect.
Exactly. So expect an updated HomePod Mini, the B525 model apparently,
Right.
new T8310 chip, better wireless, making it an even better smart home hub and speaker.
Okay.
Then there's the Apple TV. This could be a big one, rumored to get the A17 Pro chip.
The A17 Pro.
Yeah.
Like from the iPhones.
Yeah, which means it could support Apple Intelligence features directly and handle console-level graphics.
Whoa, console graphics on Apple TV. Are they trying to compete with Xbox and PlayStation now?
Maybe not head-to-head with the highest end, but it definitely makes Apple Arcade and other games much more compelling on the big screen. Turns it into a pretty serious living room gaming device. Plus, a new in-house Wi-Fi Bluetooth chip for better connections.
Interesting. Okay. What about other iPads, not just the Pros?
Yeah, the iPad mini might get the A19 Pro eventually, and the basic iPad, the A18. So performance bumps across the board, probably spring 2026 for those. Keeps the whole lineup feeling fresh.
Right. And Vision Pro?
Vision Pro 2, expected to jump to the M5 chip, could launch late 2025 even. Shows they're serious about iterating quickly on spatial computing.
And displays?
The Studio Display, too. Main upgrade seems to be adding mini LED backlighting, better contrast, deeper blacks. Great for creatives. Expected around 2026, maybe?
You said it sounds like a refresh across the whole home setup.
Totally. It's the broader picture. Apple TV 4K, HomePod, maybe even an AirTag 2. Everything getting updated chips, better features, and crucially, deeper hooks into Apple Intelligence. It's about making the whole home work together smarter.
All right, so for you, the listener, thinking about your home tech, it's clearly Apple pushing towards this really interconnected AI-powered ecosystem.
Yeah.
From audio to TV to mixed reality, with Apple Intelligence sort of orchestrating it all.
That seems to be the direction, yeah. Making your space not just smart, but intelligent.
Okay, which brings us neatly to the glue holding this all together. Apple Intelligence, we've mentioned it a lot, but let's focus on it. It's more than just a feature, right? It's fundamental.
Exactly. And what's really key here, what Apple is emphasizing, is the privacy-first approach. That's huge. It's built as this hybrid system. Some AI models run directly on your device, keeping personal data secure and private.
Right, on-device processing.
And yeah, but then it can also tap into cloud models for the really heavy lifting, the stuff that needs massive computing power. And it uses these specific adapters for different tasks, summarizing text, changing writing tone, generating images, makes it really flexible.
So it's adaptable and privacy-focused. We heard about it at WWDC 2025. What does that mean for how it gets used, like, everywhere?
Well, the really significant thing they announced was the Foundation Models API. This lets third-party app developers tap into those on-device AI models.
So other apps can use it too.
Exactly. That's crucial. It means Apple Intelligence isn't just for Apple's own apps. Developers can build smarter, more personalized features into their apps, all while using Apple's privacy framework. It spreads the intelligence across your entire phone or Mac experience.
Okay, that's a big deal for making it truly useful day to day. So the final takeaway on Apple Intelligence for you listening.
It underscores that AI isn't just some bolt-on feature. It's becoming the connective tissue. It's going to power smarter interactions across iPhones, Macs, watches, home devices, everything. And that deep integration combined with the focus on privacy and on-device power. It paints a picture of a more seamless, intuitive, and secure way of using our tech. Moving beyond just commands to, like, expressing what you want to do.
A fundamental shift. Okay, so there we have it. Our deep dive into where Apple might be headed through 2025 and beyond. We've covered a lot. The new iPhone 17 shapes, the M5 Max pushing power, the health-focused watches, the smarter home.
Yeah.
And it all seems to point to this one big idea. A tighter, smarter, more connected ecosystem. All driven by Apple's own silicon and this privacy-centric AI.
And maybe a final thought for you to consider. How could that level of seamless AI-driven integration actually change how we think about personal tech? Could it really blur the lines between tasks and devices, creating one single flowing experience that just understands what you need?
A truly flowing experience. Lots to think about there. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We hope you found this peek into Apple's potential future useful. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, because the future always gets here faster than you think.